Hello everyone. Hello everyone. This is Daniel and lukewarmness and how we can be owning the land of the Lord. I mean, heaven is a really big deal because you can own the entire universe. And what does it mean to own the entire universe? Well, you're owning all the stars, all the galaxies. You're owning everything that is, beyond beautiful. And there's all these planets that you can own. You can settle all this you can set all your creation on the planets. You can basically, you can be the creator. You can sit in God's throne seat, like next to God. And this throne room is literally it's literally filled with pillars of fire, like sea of glass, lots of gold, many rainbows, thunderstorms, and there's 100 million angels in that room. And there's also yes, 1,000 times 100,000 people in a big audience in a very big show. I mean, yeah, probably 100 times bigger than the biggest show on the earth. And there's like 100 million angels in the throne room of God bowing down to you, and this creature with many eyes bowing down to you, and all these elders bowing down to you. And basically, and then you're bowing down to God, but then everyone will bow down to you, and basically, you will own everything, including the new earth. You will inherit the new earth, the universe. You will own everything. For lukewarmness is not about money only, but it's also about not counting the cost of Jesus. Because if anyone is comfortable enough with just you're just saying, well, I don't have to be on fire. I don't have to be on fire for Jesus because it's too much for me. It's not worth it, or I don't really appreciate talking about God with other people, or basically not being brave to sell all your property in America and preaching on the streets and then being arrested and put in jail just because you were preaching on the streets because, no one likes that and it's called harassment to some people. And other people will think, oh, that's kind of discussing what he is doing. But, think of it this way. Even if you were a trillionaire, you will still own dirt because think about it, owning the universe, owning all these precious gems. There's a planet that we just found that's made entirely of diamond, and the Earth has lots of diamonds in this near the center of the Earth. So think about it, like if you can find this pure diamond, and it's bigger than the planet of it's bigger than the Earth. We're talking about like purifying diamonds that are like infinite value, like money amounts that are bigger than the Earth, and that's all $100 bills. Then we also have the fact that there's trillionaires. That's just a planet. Then there's the entire universe that has all these precious stones. Then there's heaven that you can own all of it, and it's all priceless. I think the value amount of $100 bills right now would equal up to, gosh, The size of 1/10 of the universe. That's how priceless it is. Matter of fact, $100 bill gets you this nice wooden desk, and that's basically wood. Or how about a $100 bill that just gets you a fake diamond? How about 100 to $100 bills, $10,000? That gets you a small diamond. So all that paper, that'll be if you have all these valuable things in this universe, and it's like the size of the universe, and there's another one, and you own all of that, and there's all these priceless things like gold and all that in this universe, and there's gold, I don't know, like bigger than our galaxy. We're apt to have we also have diamonds the tenth the size of the universe. So we're saying that we have $100 bills the size of our universe. So if you were a trillionaire, not only would you own let's say 1,000 feet of $1,000 bill, 1,000 feet of $100 bills, or less, maybe 100 feet, you'll be counting your costs because that's trash compared to the size of the universe of $100 bills. That's trash. Because the fact that you're owning nothing is pure trash, you got. Let's just say that what exits a sewer is what a person that is lukewarm is like. What exits a sewer is what a millionaire is like. What exits a sewer is what a billionaire is like. What exits a sewer is what a person that is not willing to preach is like. What exits a sewer is what a person not connected with God all the time is like. And that's what. Are you getting what I mean? What exits a sewer is a person who is lukewarm. Also, what exits a sewer, it's not as bad, but it smells like a skunk, is what a pedophile is like, or what a transgender person is like. What they mess when they mess with their bodies to make themselves have fangs of cats. You can't even see it. I don't have one. And you have tattoos of the cat, and you have whiskers. I mean, that person died because of the devil taking him over, or her over, I don't know. He perished and went to hell. A lukewarm gets spat out the same way as that. And they go to hell worse than these people. Because not only are the people Christian, but the Christians that are not willing to be with God, they're worse than the people that are cold. And the fact that the worst person on earth that was cold, and I don't want to say that to offend you, but the most evil person in the world was just cold. And the Christian is, I would say, 1,000 more times more responsible for their own lives, for falling away, and then also they're 1,000 more times more responsible for their own death. So it's 1,000 times more big. The punishment is 1,000 times greater than anyone else, and especially the lukewarm person. Because the fact that the lukewarm person wants to be a lukewarm, or they don't realize that they're lukewarm, they just don't get it. Because when you're lukewarm, you don't see God. You don't hear from God. You think everything is regular. But when you think you own money, and you think you own, oh, let's say you own $1,000, that $2 within a day for the whole year, they only get for the whole year they only get literally up to $800. That's not even $1,000. And people get $1,000 per month. They get with it within 2 months if they're really broke. And in America, they usually get it within a couple weeks. For those that get $1,000 for a couple weeks, that's the usual norm in America. So when you're retiring early, that just usually means that you really have nothing. So hold on, I have to wait for someone. I should have closed my door. It's going to be quiet. Oh, hold on. I think it's coming to me. No, I don't think so now. Anyway, a person that is owning, let's say, $50,000 a year, that's literally, some people are owning 100 times as much as a regular person in the world. So God finds that really horrible. He finds it so despicable. He finds that the person is so blind. He spits them out, and he spits everyone out. That's things like that. He basically will cast anyone to hell that thinks that they're better than anyone else. I mean, I found God, but I mean, the riches sometimes fog me. Like they fog my mind with God, and I mean, I work, but I think I'd rather work in a poor country. I had minor minds. I had minor opinions on going to Ghana. I don't know if that would be okay or not, but a lot of people are very much atheists in America. Also, it's because of Catholicism. Because Catholics are, a lot of them are lukewarm because they think they can really not have that much faith with God. Unfortunately, it's relatable that God does not want that. Because what the atheists do is they say, no, what the Catholics do is that they say that when you bow down to Mary and you're not supposed to have any idols, but they still have an idol of Mary, to a person that is about to become an atheist, that's an idol. So that the Catholics break the Christian tradition, and instead they become atheists because a Christian is becoming a hypocrite, and hypocrite makes everyone an atheist. So a lukewarm does the same thing too. Basically, it says you shall not own a lot of riches in the Bible, but then there's a Christian that owns so much riches, and let's say there's a lot of people in the Pentecostal church that say, well, we must own a lot of money, or the televangelists that say we should own a lot of money, but instead, these people are causing a lot of problems with the people that say, oh, you're being a hypocrite, and so that instead, they become atheists, and some of these people become evil, like cowards. and you don't want to do that. So, yeah, you know, many lukewarm people that think they're rich, they're hypocrites. And if anyone is to think that they're rich, they will be a child of hell. I'm sorry to say, there's a lot of people that are perishing due to people thinking, well, we have money, we're okay. But just remember, there's a kingdom out there in heaven that has lightning and thunder everywhere. It has much rainbows, rain, sea of glass, much beauty, rainbows all over the palaces and all that, gardens, a floor that is made out of glass and gold and blue sapphires, 100 million angels, and basically even every single one of them bows down to them, bows down to God, and pillars of fire on the altars. Like the torches are having pillars of fire, and God is this shining light. And another thing is, there are these four creatures, and everyone bows down to God. And the cool thing is, we can be on throne, that throne next to God, and we can be bowed down to. Everyone can bow down to us. So, if you want to own the whole entire universe, my advice is to you. I know that not everyone's going to change their mind. I know that some of you already have changed your mind, but if you really don't want to change your mind, I'm not going to say anything to force you, but just remember, you can still own the universe, not the world, but the universe. Compared to the universe on the Earth, compared to the universe, it's just a dust, like a speck. It's just a dust, and the universe is quite literally, bigger than we can imagine. Computers can imagine it, but we can't even imagine it. Too big for us to imagine. There are many veins in the universe. That's like atoms, much bigger than we can imagine. And in this vein, there are thousands of galaxies, millions of them. In the universe, there are trillions of galaxies. And in our galaxy, there are billions of stars. Think about that. You're owning all of that in heaven. You're owning all of that in heaven if you inherit the earth. So the only way to do that is be meek, don't be noisy, and be loving. Love everyone with a kind heart. Be patient. And be let's say gentle. Be very gentle. Because with so many people perishing, there will be a lot of disasters that come in the way of the ungodly. So just remember this. God owns it all, and one day, second way. Just don't be lukewarm, okay? I'll be done. Okay. I'll be done, okay? Bye.